Okay, hello, and Mr. Talkin Ready here, and welcome to this video. This is a story that has been brewing for a little while. It's another one of those invented UN Agenda 2030 sort of things that are going on at the moment. They're pushing this through, and it's coming through with very little opposition and lots of support. So beware. As you can see on the screen, this is just one website I found, and it's supporting this idea. The Climate and Nature Act, which is going through the bill through Parliament, and it's going to be discussed on the 24th of January, so not long now. It sort of got here to the second reading without any problem whatsoever. However, the contents of it is pretty serious for you as individuals, because it's going to remove a lot of your rights in the moment, and your sort of things like your house, your car, and anything you have that is that you value like that. But for the purists out there, and this organisation, which is obviously supporting the idea, it's all very fluffy. Like I've said before with the UN Agenda 2030, it's all very fluffy. It's all well and good. When you read it, when you read the agenda as it's written down, it sounds wonderful. Everything that they've said, all fantastic. You know, get the homeless off the streets, feed the world, get them clean water everywhere. Yeah, it's fantastic. And things like that, sustainable housing and, farming and things like this. It's all very good. It all sounds wonderful stuff. But in the implementation of that, they don't tell you how they're going to achieve it. And unfortunately, the dystopian outcomes are not going to be to your liking, I'm afraid. And this organisation are calling upon everybody to contact your MP to support it and vote it in. And I'm just worried that people are going to do this and we're going to end up worse off, because they don't understand what the implications are for this. And I'm going to go through some of those because they're on Twitter. They've been highlighted on there, and it makes it very easy to read. So we'll have a look at that right now. Okay, so this is Bernie on Twitter, X. It's part of the Agenda 2030. It's being forced on the UK without a referendum. We should be able to vote on it. It's like we can vote on everything else, but we haven't been offered that chance. It's up for the second reading on the 24th of January.
Because this bill, now heading for its second reading, with the support of 182 MPs, claims to save the planet. But it doesn't. What it does is it destroys your freedom. It's a vague, unnecessary law that opens the door to massive government overreach. The bill aligns closely with other international initiatives like the EU's Nature Restoration Law and the UN's Agenda 30. There's no clarity or detail. There are no dates, no economic balance, no economic analysis for the impact of it. It says banning fossil fuels. End of fossil fuel exploration, extraction, export, and import as rapidly as possible. Bans or heavy taxes on petrol, diesel, heating fuel, making them even more unaffordable for millions. You will be forced into heat pumps to meet the 1.5 global warming target. And you will, of course, be tracked through those digital IDs that they are absolutely convinced we all want, and your smart meter. So your travel, your energy use, and even your food choices could be monitored, and you could be penalised if you exceed your quota or your household quota. It's all very, what's the word? China. Points F through G talk about restoring ecosystems, but what it says is restore ecosystems and prioritize conservation. What could that mean? Well, it means farmers could face even more compulsory land purchasing, this time for rewilding projects. That's on top of those compulsory purchases for solar farms, access to solar farms, battery facilities, access to the battery facilities, and data centres, all eating away at agricultural land, which makes us ever more food insecure. What? We're going to put in place an unelected committee to make sure that the goals of this bill actually happen? Well, what does that mean? It means policies like those carbon quotas and travel bans could be pushed through without any public accountability. They will never need to vote on it again because this bill was already passed. It really is just a framework for massive control. And once it becomes law, this government and future governments can use it to justify sweeping restrictions on all of your personal freedoms and your economic choices. And they'll say it was democratically approved because this time our MPs, without really thinking about it, because it makes them good people, have voted it through.
Now, if you're wondering, oh no, it never happened, it's all very good, it's all very fluffy, blah, 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 blah. Don't forget, the Agenda 2030 is underway. They'll already talk about digital ID. They've already tried it before, during the COVID period. They tried it with medical ID and now digital ID, and they're going to try and do it again this year because they need that in order to restrict you from doing anything you want to do. They can force you by many means to relinquish your property, your vehicles. They're obviously doing that with the vehicles now by making them, forcing them off the road. Petrol prices have gone through the roof. They're forcing you to have an EV that doesn't work, is not sustainable, and will cost you so much money that you won't bother with it in the first place. And this is the idea, to restrict you from going around. They're even talking now about banning talk in pubs. Yeah? Did you hear that story? That story where you're going to get reported if you talking about various things with your mates and staff are offended or they overhear you, they can report you. So let's say we're talking about Starmer and how bad he is. Yep. And the police turn up and they arrest you for it because they can. And this is what they want. It's like a Stasi state. It's like communist Nazism all rolled into one. If you want that lifestyle, then stay how you are, because it's coming anyway, unless we stop it. And this is just one step further down that road, I'm sorry to say. So there you go. If you've got any comments, obviously sensible comments, then do comment down below. Anybody got any opposition to that, that's fine, but keep it polite. And if you can't provide me with any evidence of what you're saying, then please don't say it, because I am not interested. This is evidence here which is plainly obvious by previous occurrences and things that have gone on in the past, that we can foresee this is going to happen, right? So, get with it, open your eyes, and start to be aware. Right, that's it from me. Have a very good day. Bye for now.